Hello and welcome back to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life. As you can see, the palette, I'm going straight onto the palette today. I've got some titanium white, just giving my brush a swirl. Titanium white, some ultramarine blue, Soca's green, yellow ochre, black, burnt umber, and that is mixing white, or misting white as I call it. And as you can see, I'm using a bit of cardboard again today. And I thought I'd switch orientation. I thought sometimes it'd be nicer to do a portrait rather than a landscape type of scene. I don't know how successful this is going to be. So anyway, without further ado, let's see the introduction and let's get on with the painting.
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time.
So thank you very much for liking, comment, sharing and subscribing to my channel. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that's been supporting me lately. So, okay, now let's get a little bit of titanium white and a little bit of ultramarine blue. Because I just want to put I'm going to go a little bit more blue, I think. This is not going to be it's going to be a sky, I suppose, a sky of sorts. I just want to get a bit of blue in there, like this. So I thought I'd do something different today, because I painted a couple of seascapes and things, so there might be a little bit of glare off my bit of cardboard that I'm painting on. There you go. Let's just chuck a bit of that on there like that. I'm trying to keep my hand down low so I can show you on both cameras. Just getting a bit of blue. All like that. Nice and bright. Bit of blue and white. Nice and bright. On the bottom, I'm going to mix a little bit. I'm going to get a little bit of burnt umber. A little bit of burnt umber. Just keeping that white on the brush. A little bit of burnt umber. There we go. I'm just going to put a bit of stuff like this. It's not so cold in the studio today, so. And I'm going to darken that ever so slightly. Just give myself just a little bit of a background to work to. This is going to be the woods, I think. Something where in the woods. Getting a little bit of Hooker's green. Bringing a little bit of that green in. Just like that. Getting my kitchen paper. Taking the excess off my brush. Just going to blend that in together. Just like that. While it's still wet. There we are. So the type of techniques I show on my channel is just me having fun, just relaxing. It's a Sunday again. And I've just come into the studio. It's late in the afternoon. Actually, the time at the moment is 5:22 on a Sunday afternoon. The reason I'm in here so late today is because my neighbours have been doing work in the garden. And they've been pressure washing and cutting grass. And the thing is, in Wales, as soon as you get a little glimpse of warmth, everybody's rushing out and doing stuff in the garden. But not me, because I don't like gardening. So I would rather be in the studio and painting. And I'm still doing a little bit of modelling as well. So not modelling as in, you know, walking up and down catwalks and stuff, but modelling as in small, oops, ooh, knocked that over. Modelling as in like scale models and things like that. I've got a, there you go. I'm not very organised again. So I was looking for this long thin brush. And I've managed to knock my palette everywhere. But that's okay. So because I want to put some tree shapes in like this. Just making marks and marks and marks. Just like that. Maybe just a few darker ones as well. Like that. Maybe a bit darker than that. There we go. everywhere. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really mind. Doesn't care. Just letting things go the way they want to go. Because that is okay with me. Just like that. And I'm going to get a stipply type of brush. Getting a little bit of this mixture. This is just an old splayed old brush that I got hanging around. Doesn't really matter what type of brush, but what you want to do is just get a few effects like this. Maybe a little bit more uniform. I got a little bit of whiter spots on it. I didn't want a little bit more uniformed. A little lighter than that. We want it lighter, 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 lighter. Lighter again. Just keep playing, having fun, just enjoying, relaxing, listen to some nice relaxation music. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll be fine. We got the summer coming. I'm looking forward to the spring. I drive home from work and I'm driving up the lanes. What we call the lanes is like country roads. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. So we got some country roads. And sorry, my singing is not that good. And I like seeing the trees and the bushes and things all changing colour and getting green. I like that green type of look coming into springtime. It really is nice. There's a little bit of green just here and there like that. Very quick painting today, and I'm enjoying this. I don't normally paint a lot of trees and things because I don't know if you know, but I am colourblind with green and it's not the best thing for me. Let's get a little bit of that brushed in like that. So I'm just going to dry this off with a hairdryer, just a minute or two. Right. Let's get my brush, making sure it's reasonably clean. Getting some of this white, and we're going to thin this right down. Because you know, if you've painted with me before, what I'm going to do now. This is one of my favourite little tricks for knocking stuff back. And that is basically just put a very, very thin coat of this mixing white over. Because it's very translucent, so hopefully it'll just knock things back a touch. Just dull it back like that. And if you're using this method on canvas or anything like that, I'm okay because I'm messing about. I'm painting on card, but if you're painting on canvas, don't forget, let it cure for about 1 or 2 weeks, give it a varnish, and then you should be okay with any problems that might arise from this type of method that I'm doing. Because I just want to just knock that back, make it look as if it's right back there in the distance. Just like that. Make sure that you do dry this really well, because it will lift if it's not dry enough. I got a little bit of lift in there, but you know, it's okay. I can live with that because I know what's going there, so it's not so bad. But that'll do. And we're going to dry that off again very quickly.
Thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe.
Not as dry as I'd like, but it is okay. So let's get a little bit more green. I'm just bringing a little bit of white into that, maybe a little bit of this yellow ochre into that green. Yellow ochre and aqueous green is a wonderful mix. There we go. Taking that off my brush like this, just a little bit, because we want to put some slightly darker tones in. Basically what we're trying to do is really push that back, make it look as if there's more trees in front of those trees. And let's get our brush again. Now this time we can go in slightly darker, and I am going to concentrate a little bit more now, because I want this just to be a little bit more defined. Put our branches in. Now you take your time, please take your time, don't rush things. I've only got a certain amount of time that I dedicate to giving my paintings a go. And for those that asked me the other week about the cottage painting, actually there was a part 1. For the life of me I can't find it, but the one I put out the other week, but it's still actually, there we go, I've still actually got the painting. There you go, it's still there, and I haven't finished it yet, so there's still a lot more work to do to that. So maybe we will use that as a lesson in next week or something like that, and maybe we can start talking about putting details and stuff into that, because I really would like to get that painting now finished, because it's been in the studio for a number of years actually. It's been one of them paintings that's just been put down and forgotten about, and it's a lovely painting. It was a commission that was requested, which I started, and then the person decided that they didn't want it afterwards. They couldn't afford it or something like that, so that's why it took a back seat, and I just never done anything to it. And these things happen sometimes. We give our time to put into this work, and people don't realize how much work is involved in building and painting and planning and just painting itself, really. I've got a bit of darker green now I'm coming in just in front. On those trees there like that. And again, a bit more dark. Maybe a little bit of path or something coming down here. Maybe. That's a good idea actually. Maybe. Maybe it's a bit of a path or something coming down. Down like that. Let's put a few. I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do there. I know what I'll do there. I know. I've just got an idea actually. Let's just put a few things like that. Let's get yeah, I think that'll do. I'm just going to put a few stones. Like that. Let's get a little bit of this burnt umber and white. See, I use the same techniques all the time. Excuse me. So once you get used to things, it's amazing what you can do. And I got greatest belief in every single person that watches my channel that they can do stuff like this. I don't want to make things complicated. I want people to paint. I don't want people to feel as if they can't paint because they're trying to be as good as all the other people that have showing these lessons and stuff on YouTube. And I set out that I do not want people to think that they can't do something because it looks too complicated. I try to simplify everything I do. And sometimes I wonder if I'm simplifying things too much. But it's just about having fun and relaxing and thinking about painting something and bringing something to life, you know. Okay, so I'm going to add a few more of these. I need a bit darker, don't I? I want to get dark leaves on these trees, and I, like I said, just tapping away with a brush and making it look. Only thing I suggest you do is make sure that you think of shape and form when you're doing this. Don't just do that type of thing. You really got to think where these leaves are going to be. And change a few darker spots here and there, and maybe get a bit of yellow ochre. Maybe get a bit more yellow ochre. Just bring a bit of colour in to some of these trees like that. Maybe he's a bit of a yellow ochre bush type of thing there. Who knows what that is? But it doesn't look nice. Yes. Does it work? It's okay. I'm happy so far. And that's all you've got to do is concentrate and be happy. Anyway, let's dry that off. So I have still got a couple of wet spots there. So I did it again. Dear me, what's the matter with me today? Okay, so I'm going to a palette knife. There's a couple of wet spots, so I've got to be careful. And I'm just going to do the old oil painter's trick. And I'm just going to pull in a few. Lines like that, just to make it look like there's thin brambles and stuff. You know, you go to town. You do what you want. I'm not going to need to sort that path out the pit, don't I? So let's get a brush. Here's my tissue paper. Right, take the paint completely off the brush. It's just damp. I'm blending that in. Just like that, maybe. There, get a little bit of burnt umber. Bringing that under the rocks like that. Okay, where's our brush with the green on? Let's just get those. Oh, look at that. What a big lump of muck that is. Right, let's get a tissue paper. And that doesn't look too bad now. There you go. Quickly as that. And then just, oops. And then just, oh, come on, I want it dark. There we go. Let's get a touch of black then to it. There we go. A couple of shadows, huh? There we go. Just don't panic. Don't ever panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. No, should never panic. Burnt umber, black, moisture. Like that. burnt umber and black. I know I'm not going to, well, I think I will put some leaves, but they'll just be a little bit round there, maybe. Bit of burnt umber and black. This is going to be a bit bigger because it's right in the front and where we can see. Just have a bit of fun and just, I nearly went over my lovely stones then. Just make it a bit gnarly. Gnarly? Is that a word, gnarly? I think it is. Let's just get a bit of black. Put a bit of shadow just on that one side like that. And we put a bit of shadow just on that one side there. Let's get a little bit of this burnt umber and white mix again. And let's just lightly bring that down. Like as if it's just catching a bit of light. And again, let it blend that in. Just like that. Again, a bit more just on this side of the tree. We've got a bit of light hitting the tree that side, so that means the light is coming this way, so there's going to be a couple of shadows there. So just tidy that up just a touch, I think. I mean, it looks it's quite a simple painting if you think about it. So let's get a few, so this would be a fir tree, I suppose, so we'd get a few big old tree shapes like that. Maybe there's a little one there, and then get a bit of that white green mix. Have I got any plans? Not really. I'm just making this up as I go along. I'm just having a bit of fun. Let's get a bit of black. And of course it's all going to disappear because it's a forestry. Of course we're going to have a canopy and things that we can't see. Let's get a little bit of this yellow ochre. Maybe let's get a bit more white actually. Let's get a bit of white, a bit of green, a bit of burnt umber. Just chuck it all together. Because we're going to have a bit of light catching this side of the tree. And again there. There we go. That looks pretty good. So we blocked the top up. We've got a walkway through, though. That's completely blocked now. Let's get our, where's our, put a few little branches and things. It's just sticking out like that, maybe. I don't know. You tell me. Does that look okay? I'm not too sure. Let's just unsharpen those up so they're not so defined. There we go. So there's a couple of little gnarly things. That's looking pretty good. So we've got some grass. Let's continue with a little bit of black and ochre's green. Let's get some more. Grass down there like this. We can call this forestry walk now, can't we? Get a bit of white, because we got light coming in, and that's going to be catching a few of these bits of grass and things there and there. I told you I am colourblind on greens, so this is not, maybe I'm seeing things differently to you, I don't know, but it looks pretty good to me at the moment, considering it's got a bit of, because there's going to be a bit of shadow under there like that, but there's also going to be a bit of light coming through on this side. And let's just get a bit of shadow coming off that tree through there. Blending that in like that. Let's get a little bit of shadow under these rocks. Just define that a little bit like that. Bit more shadow under there. Because that's all going to be in shadow. There you go. Let's get a bit of that. Maybe some rocks and stuff there. How quickly is that? I just decided to knock some rocks out. Or some pebbles or something. There we go. Let's get some nice things. Okay, so looking pretty good. Let's get some of this blue, and let's put some maybe bluebells or something like that. We get a lot of bluebells in this country, especially at a certain time of the year. I think springtime. I'm not too sure when they actually come out. I'm going to get a little bit of this yellow ochre. Let's put a few of these flowers in, get a bit of white. Maybe we got some daisies. There we go. Give it a go. See what you can come up with. Not too. I don't like that there. It's a little bit too bright for my tastes. Let's just put a little bit more green on top of that. There we go. And yeah, I quite like that walk. What I could do really is, let me see if I can do this. Get a bit of this mist in white and just knock that back there a little bit more. There you go. And you could bring a little bit of that mist in white just on there. Because it's a very translucent white, it's not too bad. Maybe we can just pick up a little bit of light there and there. I'm not gonna spend much more time on this now. You can see what I've tried to do, and I've just really enjoyed myself today. So thank you very much. Don't forget to share and comment and subscribe. And if there's something you want to see, give me an idea, because I'm running out of ideas shortly. Anyway. Bye bye for me.
And don't forget to click subscribe.